Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I am doing a 3 looks, 1 palette with the Tartelette In Bloom palette. Now this palette has been out for a very long time. I know there's heaps of videos on this palette already, but I've only just started playing around with this one and realizing what a great little palette it is and how many different looks that you can create using it. So I created 3 looks today. So with the palette, I kind of looked at what you could do with it and I realized you could do a very basic, neutral, everyday look that's very natural. You could do a warm look, which is the one that I have on right now, and you can also do a more taupey, cool toned look. So that is the 3rd look that I'm going to be doing with this palette today. So I really loved doing this video for you guys. I know that the 3 look 1 palette type videos are super helpful for people because when you buy a palette you really want to know what you can do with it. Like, you don't want to just be creating the same old look with the palette all the time. So by creating 3 different looks that you can do with this palette, hopefully that helps you guys if you do own the Tartelette In Bloom palette. So you can figure out some different looks that you can create with this little palette right here. I do really love this palette. The shadows are extremely pigmented. You do get quite a bit of kickback, so when you put your brush into the palette, a lot of dust comes up, and if you don't tap it off, you are going to get a lot of fallout on your face. But it's quite easy to wipe that away, and you just got to remember to tap off the excess off your brush if you don't want to get fallout all over your face. Or obviously you can do your eyeshadow first, so you don't have to worry about that at all. But super duper pigmented, as you'll see when I do the makeup. Like, you hardly need to use any of this to get a really saturated colour on your lid, so I almost just dropped it. So I hope you guys like this style of video. Make sure to give this video a like and leave a comment down below if you did like this style of video and if you want me to do any more with different palettes. And you can leave your suggestions down below there as well for other palettes that you want to see me do 3 looks on, because I definitely can do that for you because I know they are super helpful for you guys. While you're down there, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more from me, and let's just get right into the video. So the first look I'm doing is the most natural, and it's just a simple bright soft eye which I paired with a pretty pink lip. First, I'm taking Charmer and applying that all over the lid for my base shade. As you can see, I've already done my base and primed my lids with some concealer, as we are just focusing on the eyes and the lips for these looks. I'm then taking Flower Child to start deepening up the crease a little bit. It's a little bit weird to say deepen since these colours are all so light, but I'm basically just building up some light dimension in the eye. I'm then taking Sweetheart and also applying that in the crease and outer corner. Taking Smarty Pants, I'm just smudging that on the lower lash line and then doing the same with Sweetheart just to create some depth down there as well. With Funny Girl, I'm applying that shimmer all over the inner 2/3 of the lid. If you wanted this to be a bit more intense, you could take some Fix Plus with it as well, but I just wanted a light natural shimmer. To deepen up the outer corner slightly, I'm going in with Jet Setter and just putting that right in the outer V with a small pencil brush, and also lightly taking that on the lower lash line as well. To create a thicker lash line, I'm taking Activist with a liner brush and smudging it out slightly. I'm then going back in with Sweetheart to make sure those last shades are blended out seamlessly, and quickly just intensifying Funny Girl a bit more on the lid. For the lips, I'm taking a pretty pink lip gloss to round out the pretty girly look. I didn't apply any mascara as I already had some mascara left over on my lashes and I didn't want it to be too intense anyway. And that is our first look finished. For the second look, I wanted to play around with the warm bronzy shades in the palette and do a super smoky eye with a darker autumn lip. To start this one off, I'm taking Smarty Pants and applying that all up in the crease. I'm then going in with Rebel and just deepening up the eye in the outer corner. I'm first packing it on with the pencil brush just to get the colour as intense as I want it, and then blending out the edges into the first shade we put down. I'm then going back into the shade again to deepen it up a bit further. I'm also taking what is left on the brush over the crease in a rounded shape as I wanted to create a rounded eye for this look. With leader, I'm deepening up that outer corner even further with the smaller pencil brush, just so the placement is a little bit more precise. I'm then blending that out into Rebel with a fluffier brush. For the lid, I'm taking Firecracker and just putting that all over the area we have left bare. You do get a bit of fallout with this palette if you aren't careful with tapping the excess off your brush before you apply it, so I'm quickly sweeping away that fallout and then making sure the Firecracker shade is blended into the darker shade seamlessly. To deepen up the lash line, I'm taking Smoke Show, which is a super deep brown, and like the last look, smudging that into the lash line. I'm then going in with Smarty Pants, which is the first shade we use, and applying that to the lower lash line. I'm then taking Rebel to deepen that up further. And finally Leader almost right on the waterline to really tie in with the darkness on the upper lid. I'm finally highlighting the inner corner with Funny Girl. After quickly applying some mascara, I'm going in with a deeper nude lip liner and a deep nude burgundy gloss to tie in with the autumn vibes on the lid. This look would also look amazing with a lighter nude lip as well. I also decided not to do lashes because I loved how smoky the eye looked and didn't want to cover it up, but lashes would also look amazing. And that is look number 2 finished. So last but not least, I'm going to use the cooler taupe colours in the palette and do a halo eye. I'm not super happy with how this one turned out. My halo eye was not 100% perfect, but I hope it still gives you some ideas for colour combos you can put together. First, I'm taking Jet Setter and taking it all over the crease and into the inner corner. This looked really muddy and weird for some reason, so I had to take some Charmer on a fluffy brush to try and take the darkness down a bit and blend it out. I'm then going back into Jet Setter with a pencil brush and applying it more intensely to the outer corner. With Activist, I'm doing the same thing and applying that to the outer corner and also taking it across the crease and into the inner corner. This looks super messy, but it's just important to get the placement of the colour down and you can worry about blending it out later. Always remember to not go too high with any dark colours because then it can look a little bit like a bruise. After the colour is where I want it to be, I take Flower Child and lightly blend out the edges seamlessly. I'm then taking some more Activist to deepen up the colour we lost through blending. While the colours in this palette are super blendable and easy to work with, they can all kind of melt into one another if you aren't careful, so you do need to be precise with where you put them and often need to re-intensify colours. For the halo part, I'm taking Rocker and applying that in the middle. I didn't get it perfectly in the middle on both eyes, which is annoying because it doesn't look as effective, so try and make sure you line up the colour right with your iris when you are looking straight ahead. I'm then deepening up the outer and inner corners with Smoke Show a bit more to ensure the look is nice and smoky. After clearing up the fallout, I'm taking Jet Setter and smudging that on the lower lash line. With Activist on a small pencil brush, I'm mimicking the halo shape on the lid and then applying Rocker in the middle as well. I'm then taking Funny Girl and applying that to the inner corner as a highlight. To line my lid, I'm taking a black gel liner and then applying some mascara and lashes. For my lips, I'm taking a light neutral nude matte lipstick. I then touched up the liner to cover up the glue and added some more shadow to the halo eye, which was a mistake in the end because I covered up some of the liner, which looked really stupid. So don't do that, or make sure to go back over the liner after. But that is the finished look. Even though it isn't perfect, I hope you guys enjoyed it and still got some colour combo inspo from this last look. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Once again, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see some more from me, and so that I know that you enjoyed this style of video and I can do some more for you. And don't forget to leave down below any other palettes that you want to see me do 3 looks on, because I would love to do that for you guys. Thank you so much as always for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!